artists be like, oh my god, you're shining. And I'm like, I'm listening. Jazzy baby. Jazzy baby loves a man with a chiseled face. Girl, I do love me a chiseled face. My mom did not allow all the things at once. Good? Are we there? Are we focused? I think we are. You all are well and having a lovely day or night. I am back at it with a makeup video. Y'all know I don't do these often simply because I use the same makeup products all the time. So I said, you know what? Today is a content day for me. Everything is content and I really want to stay ahead on my YouTube channel like I've been doing. By the way, I already put my sunscreen on. So I said, you know what? Let me film my makeup sesh as I get ready, and then I'll title it, you know, makeup for beginners, because as I said, you guys know I use the same products. I have sensitive skin, so when I have something that does not break my skin out, Jazzy baby holds on to it. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll be filming a few things today, but this is only going to be the makeup video. I am filming YouTube videos, so as I get ready, aside from the makeup video, I'm filming an omelet video, something no one asked for, but I just know I make the greatest omelets ever. So I said, you know what? This is the other day, I think I mentioned it in the vlog before this. I said, I'm filming an omelet video because usually, you know, hold on. Y'all know. Okay. Y'all know omelets, they usually have to be huge. You eat them when you want a huge breakfast. You gotta use 3 to 4 eggs. I've mastered my omelet by using 2 freaking eggs. It is possible. It's usually like, oh no, those are too thin. Not at all, not at all. So if I forget to mention any of the products I'm using to you all, just know they are linked in the description. All the products are for sure. I've been using all of these products for quite some time. The newest product I have is what I'm using right now. It's the e.l.f. Clear Brow and Lash Mascara, as well as their Brow Lift. Oh my goodness, this comes in clutch when I don't feel like doing my eyebrows. Y'all know me and my eyebrows are a real close thing, real close, and so it's like, oh my gosh. But when I don't feel like arching them or trimming them or anything, oh my gosh, this is freaking stellar. Like, look at that. And then the brow pencil that I use, it goes on top of it so perfectly, because I didn't always do arch my own brows. I used to always go get them threaded, and then I went to another brow lady because my initial brow lady, who I was going to for what, 6 years, the location just got a bit too far for me and my schedule, so I found another lady nearby. She was awesome, but the last time I went to her, I noticed a few hairs, and they weren't bad at all. I was just like, damn, Michelle would have snagged those. I could have done this, you know. And then I had my surgery and I could not go get my brows done. So I went to CVS, purchased an archer, and I think that's what they're called. And the rest is history for sure. But, you know, I know if I end up letting these grow out too much, because I do have to touch up my brows weekly to keep up with them, I have no problem going with the other lady. I just was like, the last time I looked at them, I was like, I could do this, because I ain't have that huge facelift that I usually have when Michelle does it. But they're both awesome for sure. And I know the only reason I noticed those hairs is because I was with Michelle for so long, and like when you're her client, she kind of trains you to have the eye that she has. So that's all it is, you know. That's it. So you see, I haven't even filled my brows. Like, I'm a hairy person, so this comes in clutch for sure, especially the no makeup days. Just put this on, like, great. Now, I know this looks kind of icky, but remember, I dye my brows, so sometimes I'll do it right after my brows, so a little of the dye comes off. Sometimes I'll do it at the end of my makeup, so I have some makeup around the brows, but just I ain't nasty or nothing, not at all. Okay, now let's fill these babies in a bit. Y'all, I'm holding on to this KKW pencil for dear life. She has a line, well now it's KK Beauty. I think Kim Kardashian's new beauty line now, but this is a KKW pencil. I don't even remember the name of it, but it has 21C5 on there, but this is the burgundy pencil and it's so tiny. You can barely see the KKW anymore, but it's there, that's her. And this is the pencil that I use right there. Listen, I be real careful with this because I need this to last until I find another color or till she releases it again. So, and because I'm hairy and I dye my brows, when I go in very lightly. I'm just doing some filler, that's all. So if you want to know how to dye your brows, I'm not your girl. No. If you're looking at want to know how to draw your brows, I'm not your girl. Dye your brows, I'm her. But draw them, I ain't her. I give kudos to the girlies who can draw their brows every day, every freaking day. Whew. Jeez. Oof, look at her. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can't talk when I do my brows, so hold on. Okay, she's good. This looks a bit darker, but I think it's because of the light. Let me see. Okay, yeah, she's good. Let me comb her out. Okay. Okay, cool. And I'm gonna brush the rest of that out when I finish with my concealer. Now, as you can see, I don't need to carve my brows, but I use a darker concealer up top because I have a natural highlight and it can make it look as if I don't know how to blend. And I'm sensitive about that because I'm like, hell yeah, I know how to blend. Like, not that anyone has told me that, but I've seen photos or videos. I'm like, damn, I look like I don't know how to blend my brows. Because y'all have seen the girlies with the brows. You can tell they're completely carved, but they don't blend it in. But look, you see that? So even when I put on my foundation, the natural highlight still shows through. It's on both sides. That's not the light. Look. See what I'm saying? It's wild. So I'll get a little concealer and put it right there. It doesn't help a lot. And I don't put a lot on there because I don't want my eyes to look cakey. But it helps a bit. Like you see, even with that, it helps a bit, not a lot. So it's it just kind of depends. I'll let it dry out. So you see what I'm saying? It's on there. It's better than before, but not completely hidden because it's just a natural highlight that I have and it's wild. Okay, that's all done. You see, like, it's a little better, but it's still noticeable. Anyhow, now, oh wait, hold on. That was the e.l.f. 16-hour cameo concealer, matte concealer, in a rich chocolate. Here it is. And y'all know what I say. You want to know if someone actually uses their product, it's gonna look a little messy on top. And if it doesn't, just ask them to open it and you can see it all in there. All right there in the crevices and all that. You gonna see it. So now a little highlight for my brows. I have the NARS Creamy Concealer in Walnut. My color is usually Amande or Amande. But I've been laying out tanning a lot, so my face is a little darker. So I had to switch up my colors a bit. And also they didn't have Amande in stock. So I went with Walnut because I think this is the color I used to use. I'm not sure. And I don't put much under because my brows are already fine. So this is just to help accentuate it a bit. and blend. When I blend my highlight out, I come down to my lid because I like concealer on my lid before my shadow. Or even if I don't wear shadow, sometimes I'll just put dark concealer on my lid, and it's just a great primer for it. And I have no problem getting my finger up in there to work either. See, subtle differences, subtle differences. If you're a beginner watching this, just start little and then start putting more. All right, put a little over her. Just follow your line. And you want to know what else I'm not good for? If your eyebrows need to be done and you need to card them so they can look like they are done, don't ask me any of those questions. I'm a hairy gal. My brows tend to always be done, and because I know I would be horrible at it, you know? I'm like, no way. By the way, when I put my concealer on, if I think I put too much, I will flip the brush over to the side that I didn't tap the concealer on, because it'll be easier to, one, take some of the concealer off as you blend, and two, to spread it out a bit more. Clean brush always solves the issue, or clean side. And then I'll flip it back to the concealer side for the top of my lid and, you know, get in that thing. Okay. And it may be necessary to grab your pencil again, your brow pencil, because sometimes concealer can get on that color on some of the brow hairs, and because of the glue gel I use, it can be more visible with the brown. Okay, just take a little to pat in any remaining concealer on my lids. Okay, now I already put my sunscreen on. I do not wear primer, okay? I don't wear primer. Okay, brows are ready. Now, it's time for... Sometimes I go back and forth between putting my skin tint on and then my shadow, but the order that's good for a beginner is to do your shadow first, so any extra you have falling down, you can just wipe it off or dust it off. So, I always start, no matter what color I'm wearing, no matter what freaking shadow I'm going for, I always start with Fenty's. This is Mamacita, no, Mocha Mami. This is the bronzer. Yeah, Fenty's bronzer, instant warmth bronzer, Mocha Mami in 08. Oh, look, you can see me, ha. Just great, 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 great. Whoop. There she is. Mocha Mami is by far my favorite makeup product that I have. Look at it, okay? I want y'all to look. I'm gonna zoom in. Look at her. Go in the corner and just blend that sucker. I only dapped her twice, but look. Just great. I swear she blends amazing with any shadow. Any. Right there. Sort it out, girl. Okay. Yeah, she's good. Now, because today is a content day, I want to keep the vibe a little light, you know, so nothing drastic. So just to take back some of the warmth of it, I'm going to use these two shades from the Too Faced chocolate bar. Still smells like chocolate, and this is just to tone down the warmth of it, because you can see like my red brows in this, it can be a bit too much. So I just add a bit of that in there. Very light, not much. And this is, oh, y'all, I've had these brushes for so long. This is the Morphe's V204 brush. I don't know what it's called, but right here, it's great. It's great. I'll put it here to confirm if I found the brushes on Amazon to link for you. I got y'all. I be trying. I do. This one I get excited. It is. With makeup, baby, you gotta trust the process. You absolutely do. Now, still with our Too Faced palette, I'm going to use the white chocolate and the salted caramel. Do you guys say caramel? Which one? What y'all be saying? I like to mix both of these just because it's great. Now, this brush absolutely does not have a name, but if I remember this correctly, they sell these at Walgreens. There's a brand. But it's at Walgreens, okay? It's at Walgreens. So this, I'm just going inside here really quickly. Let me get close. I'm just going right there. Nothing specific. I'm just going in, and now I'm gonna go hard. See? And don't worry, I'm gonna go back to blend with the bronzer brush, so just hold tight. It's not, when I do this everyday makeup look, it's not as precise as my going out look. So you just want a little dab here. And I like to go deep in my corner. It helps do something to my eyes. I don't know what, but it be helping something. Okay. So it's good. Even if you blend two colors, make sure one doesn't look more white than the other. Because I've had that happen before and I'm looking at pictures like, why do my eyes look off? What's happening? So, okay. Now, I'm gonna take my same bronzer brush. I'm not gonna put any additional product on there. I'm just gonna go on top and just, whatever residue is on there will do its job. Okay. See, beginners? Y'all got this. Y'all got it. Because I'm not calling myself a professional at all. But I know how to do some makeup. I do. Let's see, did I tell you all what I used for that? I did. Now, we're gonna get into the, if you wear foundation, this is when you do your foundation. If you're like me, you like a tinted moisturizer. This is Fenty's Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint. My shade is in 20. I love this. I've been wearing it. Ooh, I need to film something else today. So I'm submitting to be a hostess. I can't tell you all for what, but part of I got the call back. So a part of the video, aside from introducing yourself, who you are, you have to present a product that you use and that you love so much. So, okay, yeah, this is good. This is good. This is perfect. I've been using this for a year, over a year, actually. It's great in the sun. It's great if you're just chilling. It's great if you just want to see what your skin does. I have not used regular foundation since I started using the Eaze Drop. Is this, yeah, the Eaze Drop. Like, it's freaking amazing. You honestly don't even need that much. I just put the most there and some here. And it acts just like your foundation. Now you can use a brush to fill it apply, or you can use your fingers. The instructions advise you to use your fingers. I've done both before. It just depends on how I feel, honestly. But I forgot to tell you, if you guys had any fallout from your shadow, wipe that first. With that chocolate bar and bronzer, they don't fall out. I hate shadows like that though. You have all the color falling out and everything. Make sure if you use your fingers, make sure you're getting that. Yeah. And then sometimes, like I said, if I feel like getting my brush, I just don't think it's like it's blended, or if I want to take some away, I just get my blush and do it just like this. And so like that spot there, take concealer, or sometimes I just do this a little bit again. And I don't really make a big deal out of little spots like that. But if you do use it, I just let it sit so it can dry a bit, and then I'll go back in to blend. So here we are. The Blurring Skin Tint. Isn't it? Oh, I freaking love it. I rave about it so much. I have three foundations that I just have not used since. So now it is concealer time. And because this is my oily area right there, I like to apply a bit of setting powder early right there, but I just dust on there. I don't set it like with the sponge. I just go right there and get that. I'm like, okay. Now, with the same concealer that I use to highlight my brows, same concealer brush. Should I tell you all my concealer brush? Now look, y'all know I've been using this for a long time. Look at that. That's just ridiculous. Like, girl, is it gonna focus? I need this to focus again. How did I get it to focus? Can y'all see that? Look at that. Like, what? You guys know this is my every love. I freaking love this so much. Like, it's a Morphe for sure. It looks like this may say M157. I don't know, but it's flat like this. Let me zoom in like that. You see it? That's how it looks. This is what I use for my brows and my concealer. It's just freaking great. It's great, I tell you. Oh, here, put a little there. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I'll dab a little more because I felt my concealer getting empty. I do contour my nose just because I feel like that's the final touch of a makeup look. So you don't have to contour your nose. I don't have any insecurities about my nose being big or anything. I just feel like that completes the look. Like, oh. Put a little right here. I don't know what this does. I just feel like it balances things out. I do put a little here. I don't know. Not much though, because you know I have that natural highlight. But I do feel like that gives a bit of a facelift. Okay. Now I do allow my concealer to sit. While that sits, it's liner time, baby. Now this I can't do on camera, but I'm gonna try for y'all. And then I fill in the tail. And then I go from the corner to connect. See, that's it. Now the liner you use for that will make it either easier or harder, for sure. But this and the Beauty Bakery was just... Okay, let's get to this other eye. Get my mirror. My camera card got full. I had to take it out and load some content. I didn't realize I had like 4 other videos on my camera. All right, so what's a good side for you? Over here. This is gonna be hard. You guys just won't see this one. Yeah, because like you guys need to see it from here. I need to do it from here. So remember, just do it. Just try it. I've been trying since high school. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is good. They're there. Okay. Ooh, where's my top? Because these dry out quick. Do not leave the top off of this longer than you need to. Not at all. So the liner's on. Our concealer has dried. So now it's time to blend that sucker on out. Now for my concealer to blend, I use the Canvas brush. I'll put that link in my description. That's gonna take you directly to the site. It's Canvas New York, well, Canvas NY. I love that brand. I love the owner, Camberlina Jolie. I'm pretty sure I mentioned her in the other makeup videos because this brush is also have I been saying Canva? It's Canvas. Canvas NY with a K. But this is the brush as well. This is my first purchase and this brush was my second purchase. This is actually the second of the same brush because the first one I lost at my Christmas Getty. But once the NARS concealer dries down like this, and guys, it's been about 15-20 minutes because I had to take the videos off of my camera, and you see how nicely it blends. It still blends well when you first apply it, but if you let it sit on there a bit, I find it goes on a bit smoother and it blends just effortlessly. And down here, I just do a circle because again, I don't really know what this does. It just seems to work. And then I'll get my blender to do whatever that one's supposed to do. Sometimes you don't know why you do things when it comes to makeup. You just know you're supposed to do it or you've seen it and it just looks good all together, you know? That's exactly it. Make sure you brush up. So see, you don't have to use a lot of product to get a snatch look. You just need to know the basics and know what works with your skin. And I need a little concealer for my upper lip. I'm gonna get my upper lip lasered because it gets kind of dark up there sometimes. And don't nobody want a 5-hour shadow. And I know it looks worse to me than anyone else, but I'd be like, oh my God, look at that man. All right, I'm gonna let that sit. Don't let this sit too long because that's obvious. If you do let it sit too long, it's like, So when I get to my nose, I switch to my canvas brush. And up here, I brush up because we want a facelift, okay? That's what we want, a facelift. There. And then my nose, I bring it down. Why? Just because it's awkward going up. So I just down like this. That's it. And then just come back to my lip. Now at this point, if you want to add more concealer, you can. But if you're beginning, just that's enough concealer, okay? A little goes a long way. It truly does. It truly does. So I'm going to go ahead and set my concealer. But before I set my concealer with a beauty blender or the triangle pad majig I have, I always put the powder on my brush. Ooh, this is what I use. The setting powders I use, Beauty Bakery, but they're out of business. Run to Ulta, you guys. Order all that you can. And Fenty's setting powder. I use the Fenty Pro Filter and Honey, and Beauty Bakery's, I can't believe it discontinued, Plantain Caramel. I've also used their translucent. They have another I've used. I can't remember the name, but they all work really, really well. They do. This is the Beauty Bakery here. And this is brand so much, like I don't even want to use it. And this is Fenty's Pro Filter. Honey. She has less yellow. So although that plantain setting powder is very yellow, you'll see it doesn't appear as yellow. So anyhow, before I actually set with a sponge, I like to go in with this canvas brush and just dust it on there. Because the finer the powder is, works better for me. Everyone works differently, but that just works better for me. It truly, truly does. Now, for the sponge, I'm gonna allow that to sit. Now, I am putting on lashes, but I also put on mascara because the lashes I wear are the more so corner lashes. So you wanna make sure that inside there is, you know, looking lash. You don't wanna look bald right there and then got all the lashes there. You gotta let it look even. And I use All Maze mascara, and good gosh, it's the best mascara ever. Y'all don't need to spend 20 bucks on mascara. Trust me, I used to, but you don't need to. Go to CVS or Walgreens, Walgreens and snag you an All May mascara. Trust me. And I know I said I usually only put it on it there sometimes up front, but sometimes I get carried away and I'm like, oh, let me put it all over. You see that difference? Come on, this mascara is great, man. Mascara on. I didn't put much on this outside because I'm like, I really don't need to. Well, let me just throw it around. It's there, right? Okay. Now, I'm going to set under my eyes. Yeah. And my nose, where it is. Because we about to contour next, baby. Now, you can let this sit to set, or you can just dust it in, pat it in really thickly. Do a mix, honestly. because I want a lighter look today. I'm not gonna allow it to sit for a while. I'm just gonna pat it in. But you know, those nights I go out or the days I'm like, oh, I need this makeup on, I'm definitely gonna set it, bake it. What is that? Is that what it used to be called? Bake? I'm definitely gonna bake. But when I just, you know, a little light makeup look, I just do a light pat. I do. I don't put too much down on top of my lip because it makes it obvious. Okay. So now we contour. My favorite part, contour. This is what I use to contour. Elf. Look at that, just dirty. Hold on. I think I mentioned in another video how much I freaking love the Elf concealer. I'm definitely late on it for sure. Send me a 60% off for laser. Hold on. If it ain't ideal image though, I'm not going. Anyhow, okay. So for your contour, grab concealers that are, you know, 2 to 3 shades darker than you. I've seen some women use 6 shades darker. I'm too nervous for that. I absolutely am, but I use 2. This concealer is the Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish. I think I purchased this only because I forgot this one at home and I was traveling, so I needed one. Anyhow, this is the Rich Chocolate. And this is Rich Chocolate as well, yeah. So this is the matte finish and this is the satin finish. This has more of a warm undertone. This does not have a warm undertone. And I found that they actually work great together. So you're just gonna go, oh no, dos, tres, you thought though. When I tell y'all I be using it. You know, I guess I could just peel it on off, but you know, what if. I'll just allow it to continue to come in. Well, it's coming off. Like, why not? Okay, okay, let's just take it off. Yeah, okay, that looks better. Alrighty, yeah, this is the V100 by Morphe. And then we just go on by our business. Always go up. Always go up. I know you see me coming down, but like just your direction should be up like that. And I will just continue like that. This, and I know I'm going in a different direction up here. Should have did that, but that's okay, it happens. Here, and then I go back. Forehead, I go up. Now for me, this may not be for you. You see how that looks like it's like not blended? That's just a spot I always check because I used to always notice that I didn't blend that part in photos. So I'll turn my head to the side and just get my softer brush that I use sometimes with the skin bronzer, and I'll just go like that, and that helps it out a bit. So, okay. So other side, same thing. When it's up, then it's up, then it's up, then it's stuck. Keep it going like that. Okay, and that's your contour. You see my contour is much less than I think a lot of women, but you still see the difference, you know? You just look a bit more chiseled in the face, because listen, Jazzy Baby loves a man with a chiseled face. For the longest, I always said, no, I don't have a type. I don't. Like, I go with connections and everything. And then one day, my mom, I was visiting. I don't know how we got on the topic, but maybe I was describing Corey or showed a picture or something, but she said, an old friend of mine said it, an old friend of mine said I do have a type. I have a model type that they always look like a rough type model. Maybe I was talking to her, I don't know, but my mom said, Jazzy, you like a chiseled face. That's what you like. And I was like, girl, I do love me a chiseled face. Oh my gosh. I was just like, I know that's right. So anyhow, for your nose contour, sometimes I use this just to help draw my line down. Sometimes I'll go ahead and grab my canvas brush or go ahead and brush. But because I'm not really good at contouring, it depends on how I feel. So right now, I'm just gonna get this to like brush my line down a bit. You see? I just bring it down. Bring it down so I can see we're good. Sometimes if I come too close in, I'll just get my pinky. So go like this and clear up the dark concealer. Then you get your canvas brush or any round brush that you have that's good for blending. And then I just do the blend like that. And that's it. You see, so I contour my nose, but I don't do any drastic contouring to my nose. Not at all. And so that check that I like to do right there. Now, to go back in with the Fenty bronzer. And I'm not doing my hair on camera because I want to be quick when I do that. I ain't got no tutorial for hair. Bronzer. And that just helps with your contour. You don't have to use a bronzer. You can use a darker shade. I do this because J-Lo said so in her makeup video. So here we are. And so, you know, same direction. And then, you know, I'll just do the 3. I got the 3 tip from Kim Kardashian. Go up, up, up. And when you come down, do the 3. She does that with her concealer, but it worked better for me when it came to bronzer. Now, it's lash time, but I can't do that on camera, so BRB. These are my babies, like these. Listen, and you can double up on them as well because there's nothing that I love more when it comes to lashes than natural, sexy, sultry looking lashes. And I feel as if the corner lashes, they just do that every time. So that's about it. Let's add a bit of highlight. I'll probably put a bit in the corner of my eyes as well. Takes us back to Beauty Bakery, and oh my God, I can't, like, I'm really gonna have to stock up on Beauty Bakery because she ain't coming back. She is following the Lord, and when someone says that, they probably ain't coming back. So, and I don't mean that in a sarcastic way either. I mean that in like a really good day. Like, oh, she's following the Lord. This is her chapter is complete. So, oh, this is my favorite. Huh, you see, that was Jesus telling me, yep, the chapter is closed for her. For Beauty Bakery. All right, so I just double up on there here. My canvas brush. This is the other side. That's why I love that brush so much. Look at the 2 sides. This is not an ad, by the way. I just truly love this brush. Oh, I know that's right. It's greatness. I know that's right. And if I do a bit too much, I just flip it on the other side and just try to blend it in a bit. I mean, is there really such thing as too much highlight? Is it? Okay. Now the nose. I like to squeeze mine like this, so it can go with your nose shape, you know? And I never sat to watch a YouTube video to learn makeup. When my parents allowed me to start wearing makeup, and I'm sure my dad was like, well, that's a girl thing probably. But when my parents allowed me to start wearing makeup, my mom did not allow all the things at once. Not at all. It was gradually. It was clear mascara, lip gloss, and then I was able to transition into, you know, black mascara. And she never did an official, okay, now you can wear this. It's just like, okay, that's enough. And if I wanted to try something, she's like, okay, sure. And she said before she knew it, I was walking out with a full face, and she was like, good job. Because of what she would always say, girl, I was not going to allow you to wear makeup and have you looking like a clown. So, you know, young kids, teenagers, parents who don't care wearing makeup, you know, they out here looking like clowns, got just too much going on. Well, at least back then. Now the little girls have YouTube tutorials. But my mom wore makeup as well. She still does. She loved makeup. And so, you know, she knew exactly what looked right, what looked wrong, and what looked too grown. So she was like, I ain't about to have you, I wasn't gonna have you out here wearing too much mascara, liner, and Now, I'm pretty sure liquid liner was the last, because that's difficult. But yeah, and then I was just like, voila, and I perfected everything along the way. So it was never an intention like, oh, I need to do my makeup this way, that way. It was just, you know, my mom let me start wearing makeup, and it was just little by little, little by little. And I think it was what, my junior year in high school, I had a full face of makeup. Definitely. All right, now for your corner highlight. Ooh, you guys probably saw me use this. Sometimes I'll use this mist. This is Fenty's refreshing makeup spray. Sometimes I'll use it on my highlighter. You don't have to use it, but I like to sometimes. Why? It just depends on how I feel. I don't know. But you just go in that corner right there. I used to have a really tough time figuring out that corner spot. When it's damp, you can be more precise with it. When it's not damp, sometimes I just go all up in my little corner. But I don't want my makeup to be as drastic today. There you go. That's it. That's your makeup. And if you want to, you know, take a bit further, some people put the highlight on top on their Cupid's bow. I don't always like to do that because I'll be like, is something missing? I never really understood what it does, but you know, here we are. Oh, how dare I forget about my brows. Don't forget to highlight under your brows. Girl. And I do have to be careful before the color gets on my red brows. Bring it over here. Okay, now we're done, and now we are done. Thank you so much for getting ready with me. Well, thank you for doing my makeup with me. So I'm gonna do my hair quickly and then start filming these videos. If you have any questions, just drop them in the comments, but please remember, your girl is not a makeup artist. I use the same makeup products. I very rarely purchase new makeup products to try because I have sensitive skin. So when something works for my skin, it's something that I'm gonna hold on to for a really long time. So anyhow, thank you again so much. By the way, I've been falling in love with bunning my hair, like twisting and bunning my hair at night. Maybe I'll put it at the end of this video because when I take them out, it's just these effortless curls, you know? So because I'm doing a kitchen video and just finishing my try on haul, I'm not gonna do much with this at all. I may just put this behind my ear and, you know, just call it a day or something. We'll see. No, I'm gonna add a few curls up top, you know. Anyhow, that's all for you though. So thanks so much for tuning in. Ciao. Listen, after you get dressed, if your collarbones are out, listen, collarbones and shoulders I find very sexy. And if that's you, if these are gonna be out for you today, highlight them. Highlight them, girl. Just like that. Do a little extra. A little extra there. All up in there. Yes, be like, oh my God, you're shining. And be like, who, me? What are you talking about? I don't even see anything. Like, I don't see me. Jasmine? No. I'll be doing all this, be like,